morning students. Welcome to SJAC classes. I am Rajendra. I am going to teach you class 7th biology today. And the topic is tissue. In tissue we have discussed up to the connective tissue. Okay, today we will discuss about the supporting tissue or skeletal tissue. In supporting tissue or skeletal tissue, there are two subtopics are there, that is cartilage and bones. That's in this skeletal tissue or the supporting tissue, we will teach about the cartilage and bones. What is the importance of bones and cartilage in our body? Exactly, if I say you the bones, without bones there is no mean of our body. That means if the bone is not in our body, that means there will be no structure of body in our body. Okay, or just our body looks like a ball. So the bones structure is very important, or you can say that it provides the internal frame of our body. After that, the muscles are there which supports to or supposed to be the body. Okay, so first take the structure of bones. Exactly, the bones is made up of calcium, magnesium and phosphorus. Okay, and it is made of the specialized cells that is known as osteocyte cells, by which our bones is made up of. Apart from that, bones is a porous structure, and when we are talking about the cartilage, it is non-porous structure, and bones is very hard, we know that. But when we are talking about the cartilage, it is very flexible. As just I am telling you, in the case of ears, nose, or the trachea which is found in our body, internal body, that is also known as windpipe. It is also made up of cartilage, or in between two bones are there. Exactly, the functions of bones is cartilage is to just reduce the friction forces between the bones, or between two bones cartilage are found. It reduces the friction force. Okay, and friction force, it also works like a shock absorber. When just you jump from high, there is a cartilage which just absorb the shock when you just touch the ground. Okay, between the vertebrae cartilage are found, between the long bones cartilage are found. That means you can say that bones and cartilage just play a very important role to just support your body, or it plays a very important role to just give you a skeletal fragment of our body. Is it clear? Now, apart from that skeletal, just we come to the fluid connective tissue, and that is, in that there is a fluid connective tissue. Okay, fluid connective tissue, in that blood, or you can say that red blood cells are there. Just hold a minute. RBC, this is RBC, WBCs and platelets. Okay, and in muscular structure it is striated muscles, striated, unstriated, and cardiac. This is cardiac. Okay, So let's start about the RBC. RBCs, we know that RBCs also play a very important role in our body. That we can say that the blood and the plasma. When we are talking about the fluid connective tissue, we always say about the blood and the plasma. Exactly, in plasma there is a exact 80 to 90% of water is there, 10 to 5% are plasma are there, and in 10 to 5 RBC, WBC, platelets and organic and inorganic substances which is found in the fluid connective tissues are there. In that, we know that what does RBC do? It's play a very important role to just reach the oxygen to each and every part of the cell. What does WBC do in our body? WBC, it also play a very important role to just we can say that it also play a very important role to reduce the incoming of foreign particle, or you can say that it also play a soldier of the body or police force of your body. What is that? WBC. That means it inflamed by the foreign particles to enter in your body. And now we come to the platelets. Platelets also play a very important role to just in clotting of blood. Okay? Now when we are coming to the next, that is known as muscular tissue. In muscular tissue, first is striated muscles. Striated muscles, we know that what is striated muscle, that means on which our willpower is works. That means the muscles by which we can do anything by on our will. That means if I want to shake my hand, just I am shaking, I am just moving my fingers. I want to move my neck, just I am moving my neck. I want to come here and there, just it is depend upon my will. So I can say that the striated muscles are depend upon our will, and the structure is that it is narrow, cylindrical, unbranched, and the edges are blunt, and the nucleus are many. That means in a single cell many nucleus are there. Okay, this is the characteristics of striated muscles, or you can say it voluntary muscles. When we are talking about the unstriated muscles, that means involuntary muscles, or you can say that on that muscles fibers on which our willpower doesn't work. Okay, doesn't work, that means if I am saying it is found in our alimentary canal, suppose it is found in our internal organs, lungs. Okay, so if I am saying start digestion or stop digestion, it can be happen, it cannot be happen, because we cannot stop him or we cannot force to move him कि just start now. So it is depend upon our not will. So it is called unstriated muscles, and it is called spindle shape, and it has one nucleus in them. This is the differences between the striated and unstriated muscles. And here there are no bands are found. Transfer bands are not found, and its conical spaces are conical or the pointed. Okay, this is the differences of striated and unstriated muscles, and it is also one nucleus in a one muscles. And I have told you it is unstriated or involuntary muscles. Our willpower cannot work on it. Same, this is a cardiac muscle, this is tireless muscles which is found in our embryo stages to the end, till end. Or we can say that when the child start growing in the embryo stages, when it start growing in the heart, in the womb in our mothers, and they have got the heart, they have structures, that means the cardiac muscles is there and it starts beating. If it starts once beating, it doesn't stop when you are not coming to the death. And it is tireless muscles and it is very strong muscles are there, and it is a very special type of muscles it is found in our body. So it is called cardiac muscles. Banded are also found. Many nucleus are there. Spaces are blunt, and it is also branched. Okay. So this is the stated, unstated, and cardiac muscles are there. Okay. Now we come to the nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, it's a very important role in our sensory organs. It is found in the brain, spinal cord, or the sensory organs which we touch, feel, and it is reached to the brain, and by the brain it is reached to the spinal cord, or the we consider to the receptive organs. First of all, when we see the nervous tissue, or that means we will see about the neurons or the nerves. It is a single nerve cells, or you consider the single neurons are there. First of all, what it looks like, the one nerve or the neurons, just it is a branches like a structure called dendrites. Dendron is a just thick structure which is arises from the cell body. Okay, or we call it cyton. Cell body or cyton. In the center there is a nucleus are there. Okay, and apart from one dendron, it is long arises, that is known as axon. Okay, and axon, in the terminal part of axon, it against the next or the other neurons of the dendrite. We can, I am going to draw here, you just understand. Suppose this is another neuron, okay, or the nerve cell. When we just, dendrons are there, okay, dendrites, okay, and here axon are there. That means if I am trying here, that means the any impulses which is transmit to the brain, it is again transmit to the next what? Nerve cells, and this is called synapse. What we call it? Synapse. When the axon or the dendrites mix together, we call it synapse. Okay, and here the transmission of impulses are there. First, again it may be the another axon end, and it is just receive the impulses of another nerve cells to the dendrite, and again dendrite to the just cell body, and cell body to the axon, and axon to the axon terminal to the next neuron. And in this way, a fraction of second, any type of impulses reach to the brain, and the what? And it is reached to the brain by the motor neurons. Okay, to the brain, and the receptory or the sensory neurons, and the motor neurons from the any type of responses from the brain, it is again received to the receptors. Again received to the receptor, and again it is received to the receptor. Any type of any response, if you any pin your or touch in a hot object, you will just remove your hand from there. This is done with the help of sensory neurons, and it is done in this way. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. We will next in the next video.